Although we are constantly asking each other, "How are you?" the language a lot of us use to reflect on and communicate our true feelings can be rather limited. We'll say things like, "I'm good," or "I'm okay," in response to that question. But research shows us that developing what is called emotional differentiation, or in other words, expanding our emotional vocabulary, can have transformative impacts on our well-being. Some of the benefits of having a more expansive emotional vocabulary are greater agility at regulating our emotions, less retaliatory impulses in certain situations, and more empathy towards others and their emotions. The benefits of high emotional differentiation are not only psychological. Research shows that people with greater emotional differentiation are also likely to have longer, healthier lives. They go to the doctor and use medication less frequently and spend fewer days hospitalized for illness. Because we know that our thoughts are actually constructing our emotions, the more we learn a diverse set of emotions, the better equipped we are to create more finely tailored emotions. Suppose you're once again coming up on an important deadline for work and your boss calls while you're working late one night. You experience a general feeling of badness. This causes a spike in your stress hormones, such as cortisol, as your body prepares for what might come next, some sort of threat. The general and vague assessment you just made of your situation leaves you with no specific action to take, so you merely feel awful because your brain has made a needless withdrawal from your bank of energy. With higher emotional differentiation, however, your brain might construct a more specific emotion, such as guarded intimidation, which comes with the possibility of specific actions. For example, you might take a few quick notes so that you can summarize your progress, as well as any outstanding questions for your boss before you take the call. You could take some deep breaths and calm yourself before answering the phone. You might step back into a private meeting room where you feel more comfortable taking the call. In any case, you have options, you have choices. You'll be happy to know that you can actively develop your emotional vocabulary simply by learning new emotional concepts. I've created an expansive list of emotions grouped into high-level emotional categories for your reference. So your second exercise for this week is to simply study this emotional vocabulary guide. Take note of new emotional concepts that capture your interest, and look up the definition for any of them to deepen your understanding. This simple exercise can have a profound impact, so try to do a little bit each day. In fact, the best thing we can do right now is to talk quickly about your action plan. How are you going to make sure you complete the exercises this week? Research shows us that one of the most effective ways to form new habits is through what's called anchoring. Anchoring is simply linking the new behavior you want to habituate to an existing habit or action that you automatically take. So, for example, you can anchor this emotional vocabulary exercise to your morning dental hygiene routine. Immediately after you finish brushing your teeth, pull out your emotions list and look for 2 emotions that stand out. They may or may not be in the category that you're currently experiencing.